Alright, so I've decided that I'm just not going to fuck with my phone and doing updates like that. I'm just going to do it on my camera because I just like that it looks way better. The quality is just way better. But we got these skeletons done. Coffin skeletons. I'll give you a close-up on them in a second. But we also Kari came through and refurbished these old drums and put new perma-blood on them so those look heat. But yeah, I'll show you the skeletons up close. I was wondering if anybody knew anything about this, how whenever great stuff kind of starts to rot, like it kind of just ruins the perma-blood, like it just it doesn't look wet anymore, and it turns kind of like a brownish color. Like it looks good on the sides, the old stuff, but the stuff on the top that was actually on the foam was kind of just like this really, like I don't know, it didn't look like perma-blood, it just looked kind of shitty. So if anybody knows anything about that, or if it's just, you know, how shit is, let me know. Because I was wondering if I could like seal in the foam some way. I don't know, with latex or something, I don't know. And then put the perma-blood on so the perma-blood wouldn't go to waste, you know, because we put that perma-blood on there like 2 or 3 years ago, and all the stuff everywhere else on the buckets was perfectly good. It still looked really good. But it was just the parts that was on that foam, so yep. It's no big deal, but you know, I like my blood to look good. Alright, what you guys just saw me weld pretty shittily was this little bracket right here. And it just has screw holes in it, so that I welded it to the main bar that's on the mechanism. And now I can just screw right into his spine and into this PVC he's mounted on. And he'll be pretty sturdy because he's also mounted right there too, but that's just on with nuts and bolts. So he should be pretty damn sturdy. I imagine that the skeleton will break before any of this mechanism or any of the parts I welded broke, so yeah. Alright, so I got this boy all hooked up. He's really not heavy, he's just like a Costco skeleton or something. I don't even remember where I got him. I think a friend got him for me. And even this really lightweight thing, this thing needs all these springs for it to just, you know, not use as much air, because if I tried to do this, like, you'd have to have it on like 90 psi to run him. So I've been tinkering with it, got the springs on it. These are pretty cheap, so it's nice. But yeah, I haven't hooked them up to the controller or anything yet. I got the solenoid, and I'll give you guys a little. Oh fuck. So obviously it needs to be like weighed down and stuff, but pretty scary, pretty scary. I will put this camera in front and then you guys can see what it looks like from the front. Forgot I didn't turn that off. Alright, so yeah, that's a quick look at my little lunging skeleton guy. Whenever he's fully up and out like that, it's about 8 feet tall, like he's almost touching. He's probably like 7.5 feet. Maybe a little less. But whenever he's full of air and goes all the way up, he's about 7 feet, 8 feet off the ground. So, pretty menacing if you ask me. So I have that other mechanism over there, and yesterday I was trying to mount that Unit 70 guy right there onto him, but I just couldn't fucking do it. Like, there was no way to do it and not completely fuck up the foam, and he's already really beat up, so I think I'm just gonna let him live out the last of his days not being an animation. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one yet, but I didn't even think I was gonna do a skeleton on this, but just realizing how like I don't know, how this thing isn't that heavy, but it still takes a lot of power to get it off. You know, it's just this first little bit, like it's like the first like 5 inches of it lifting is like the heaviest part, and it's like the hardest part for the cylinder to lift him. But I got the springs in order, so I think he's pretty good. I just need to hook up a controller to him. But luckily I just got these HauntBots controllers yesterday, so I'll show you guys those because they're pretty crazy. They have like MP3 audio and stuff, so definitely gonna be hooking this one up to one of those. Yeah, we will see. Alright, I got all my panel building stuff all loaded up. It's already kind of hot here in Missouri, and it's only like 9 a.m., so I know it's gonna be just putrid hot in Oklahoma, so sweaty panel building weekend ahead of me. Before I leave, I also wanted to show you guys this guy. I dirtied his clothes up a little bit more, so he's looking grimier, dirtier, you know, the whole deal. And I think I added one more spring, but he's running pretty well, so pretty happy with him. I think I might put hair on him or something, but for now he's pretty much done. I painted the metal black that's on his little lifter, and whenever I install him, that shit, the like base is gonna be covered up with like erosion cloth. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do any filming while I'm there building panels, because I'm just gonna be, all I'm gonna be doing is building panels. But I don't know if I filmed that air cannon yet, so I can show you guys that when I'm down there too. So alright guys, so we're at the crib where the haunt is gonna be. I'm just getting done with like these first 4 or 5 panels right here, because it's getting late, and we went to Lawton today to get these 2x3s for our frames, and they didn't have 2x3s, and so we looked. I was calling a bunch of places in Lawton. No one had 2x3s, so we had to go all the way to Norman, which was like an hour and a half away, and pick up these 2x3s. And we just got home around like 7 because we went and like visited with family and stuff. But I was supposed to get all these done today, but I'm gonna be here for another couple of days, so I'll get them done. And yeah, these are the 8-foot panels. They're just, it's all 2x3s all the way around. In the middle is 2x3s too. We brought the halogen light out here earlier to see how it looks, and I think it's gonna look so dope out here because there's so many there's so many trees out here. You might be able to see. Hold on. You can kind of see how there's just trees. Like, I guess you can only really see it over there, but there's like trees everywhere around here on our land. So I think whenever we put that thunder controller on there, it's gonna look crazy. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys this update on these first couple of frames I've done for the outer shell of the maze. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention it's like hot as hell here, and like I was just from doing those few frames out there, I'm still like, my shirt is still like kind of soaked in sweat. It's kind of grimy, but you know, gotta do it for the haunt. I don't think I've shown these yet, but I just got back from Oklahoma and everything. We just unpacked all of our luggage and stuff, but I don't think I showed these before I left for Oklahoma. But these new HauntBots controllers. This one's a 4-play, and these are just the 3 output ones, but they all have MP3 audio. And I think I've talked about them, but I don't think I've really shown them yet. But yeah, I got a steal on them. A guy was selling them on Facebook, like on Haunt Swap or one of the pages, and you know, couldn't pass it up. I needed new controllers anyway for all those pneumatic pieces that I got, so yeah. Also working on these kerosene lanterns right now. I got this new roll of wick and I'm re-wicking them because they got beat up. They were left outside for a long time. There's one over here that's just too corroded, like there's a hole in the bottom of it. So what I think I'm going to do with the ones that can't be used is run the LED flickers through them. They're just like little, they're like the lights that would be in like a tea light, but they just come with a positive and negative end, and you just hook them up like you would the LED spots. I still got to do those. Those ones got the wicks. I don't know where I put the one that I didn't get to do because there's a hole in it. I put the flashlight under the lantern, and then I look through the hole where you would pour the kerosene in, and if I can see any type of light coming through, then I just don't even mess with it because it's just sketchy to have you know, kerosene dripping, even though, you know, it's gonna be like the outdoors part of the thing. Kerosene, or you know, that citronella shit, it's just not good to have that flammable stuff dripping around. So yeah, getting these boys fixed up. I'm gonna get some more. I also got these tiki torches at Walmart. They're like $2 right now, so I don't know if that's good. Like, that's a good price to be paying for them, but that was cheap for me, so I got them. And yeah,